Right, I'm out today testing out a Nightcat 2-person tunnel tent. So I've been after a tunnel tent for quite some time now. Wanted something a bit bigger than the Lanshan 1. Nightcat very kindly sent me out the Lanshan 2 to test, which is fantastic, but I wanted something that was maybe a bit better in really windy, blustery conditions. Tunnel tents are usually pretty good in the wind. I spotted this one. I actually noticed Josh Tilsley's review of the one-man tunnel tent, but that one looked a little bit too small. So Nightcat very kindly sent me out the 2-man tunnel tent to test and review and put it through its paces. Now, as you can see, compact's pretty small. That is not too bad at all. It weighs 2.1 kilograms, which for a wild camping tent isn't bad at all. That's pretty decent. So the rainfly is a 15D nylon and the floor is a 20D nylon. Yeah, so on the website you can currently pick this up for £141. So what do you get? Bag's pretty good, and what I do like, well, with the Lanshan tents, all the bags from them have been roll tops, which is fine, but putting them away when they're wet and it's freezing cold and you're shoving the tent into the top of it, oh my god, your hands end up absolutely frozen. So this, with being side opening, I would have preferred if it wasn't a zip and it was roll top, but slight improvement. I think that's an improvement. So you get the tent. Now, I'll just say before I set this up, I've not even had this out the bag yet. So this is a proper first look. So a little strap to keep it all together. You actually get 12 pegs. Poles are actually quite nice, clip in, aluminium poles. Nothing fancy, but they'll fit pretty good. Aluminium, get 2 poles, click together really nicely. Colour coded, get 1 red, 1 black, so I presume it just makes it easier when setting up the tent. A little bit blustery today. Alright, trying not to lose the tent into the river. Don't know if you can see that. That's the same material as on the Lanshan 2 that I've got. Same colour as well. Quite a nice green. Looks like your guy ropes are pre-attached. Very bright, so I'll maybe at some point swap them out for some stronger and darker ones, a bit less conspicuous. You can see on here now we've got colour coded ends on the sleeves for the poles. Slides through really easily, which is good. Front clips colour coded as well, that's good as well, and it just clicks in. metal clips as well. Oh. Two, 4, 6, 8 pegs peg the actual tent out, and then you've got another 4 for your guy lines, which probably don't need to put out just now. Wind's died down a bit. I'm really liking it so far. It's got, let's fix that. It's got some vents front and back with like reinforced bits to keep it away. It's got that front and back, which is nice. Let's try the door. Velcro off first. Yeah, zips seem good, nice and smooth. Velcro strong, give you that. What I do like, which I've just noticed actually, is it's got a built-in full length ground sheet already attached. I've noticed to put little hoops on the end of the doors, and I've seen a couple of photos of where people have used trekking poles with a bit of cord on, carabiner, and then you can still have it open for cooking and enjoying the outdoors, but still get a bit of protection from the elements. Really like that. What bad thing can I say about it so far? I think maybe the door, like the zip, like, so it's a nice zip, don't get me wrong, it's a pretty decent zip. Doesn't seem to get snagged, but I would have preferred if there was 2, so I could vent it a little bit from the top. But so this, you've got to open it up all the way, roll it up, which isn't, it's not the end of the world. This is just me nitpicking. So if you're listening, Nightcat, which I hope you do watch my videos, maybe the next version of this tent, put in a double zip. Right, let's try the door. Couple of nice pockets either side. It's just a shame you can't roll up the door and put it inside. I do like that you can unzip the solid top of the door and have it like that instead. That'd be good on the warmer days. But again, one of my only gripes, I think, is the doors on this. So again, you've got toggles to tie everything up. But it's still going to be in your way. Bathtub's nice and big. Right, can I sit in it? That's the question. So I saw another review mentioned before. Josh Tilsley reviewed the one-man version of this tent. So if you've not seen it, go check out his video. But the one thing that he said was there was not enough headroom for him sitting in it, and I'm just over 6'1", so that was a bit of a concern. Looking at all the stats on all the specs for this tent, the 2-man is actually, it's not just wider, it's actually taller as well. Just about touching it. That's not bad at all, that. I mean, all right, let's take my shoes off. Don't get it all muddy. Just about touching, even in here. But that's not bad. It's not often I'm sat bolt upright in my tent. I'm usually lounging around anyway. You know. Oh. I'd say this is a really good sized one-man tent, because you've got space for a big mat, space at the side for all your little bits and pieces, and then you've still got this big massive vestibule that I've muddied up. You've still got your big vestibule for your cooking and keeping your boots and stuff in, but it's a nice space to be. Don't get me wrong, there is enough room for 2 people. You just have to put your kit in the vestibule. But saying that, like, my feet are at the end there. I've still got a lot of space up here. So you could do it the other way around. You could put your head closer to there and your stuff at the bottom. So my next camp, 100% is going to be in this. Put it through its paces properly up in the mountains. I'm going to try and do one that's quite windy and quite poor conditions, I think. Really see what it can do, because I'd love for this to be my go-to winter tent. We're just coming out of winter now, sadly. But there's a decent amount of mesh in it to make it so you could use this all year round though. Can't beat beans and sausage. Do you know what does beat beans and sausage? Beans and sausage in a new tent. Do you know what? I need one of them insulated bags. There we go, that'll do. Use my leather mat. So, the things I don't like about this tent, the zips. The zips are pretty decent. I just wish there was more of them, so I could open up and vent from the top here, especially like before when I was cooking inside the vestibule. That would have been nice, just to vent some of the steam out of the tent. I wish this inner door would go a zip along the bottom, so you could just get it out of the way and tuck it into one of the side pockets. The guy ropes will do a job. They're a bit bright for me for wild camping. They're not the thickest, so I don't know how strong they are, so I'll probably upgrade them. But the positives, it's a good weight. Got 2 decent sized pockets in. It's got a loop at the end for hanging a lantern and a hook at this end. And I guess what you could even do, you could, between that loop and this hook, you could run a bit of cord and have it as like a washing line to hang up your damp socks or whatever. That would be quite cool. Decent amount of space. Perfect for winter for one person, because you can lay out all your kit on one side. Plenty of space for you to sleep. Fits 2 as long as you're friendly with each other. I love the ground sheet. It's full length, not just vestibule, but all the way back. And here, that is great. Looks like a decent amount of ventilation. It's got a vent on the front here and at the back. I like the addition of the hoops on the door. I just wish I'd brought my trekking poles and some extra cord, but I think I need to go and buy some extra cordage and a couple of small carabiners. But I think that would be just like before, when it started spitting, I had a little bit of rain and I was forced to put my stove on in the vestibule. It was a good test for that to see how it copes, and it will do. But that was a perfect situation. I think that would be quite cool, sitting out here with that bit over protecting you from like just a small bit of rain and protect you from the elements. That would just be like heaven. You can still sit out, enjoy the views. You're not stuck in your tent as much. What else do I like? Pegs are pretty decent. I've had them before, the same as what's on the Lanshan too. But I tend to use the same pegs. I don't know if you're the same, but I have a bag of pegs, and it's my preferred pegs that I use on every camp. Doesn't matter what tent I'm taking, I take that bag of pegs. They're just really good pegs. So it's always handy having these for if I'm doing a camp with more than one tent. Say if we're doing a family camp or whatever. So it's always good to have them, and I probably will use them in the future at some point. I like that fixings for the poles. They're not plastic. They're actually metal, and they're colour coded for the pole that you're using as well. And I've got to say, I'm really impressed with it so far. So let me know in the comments your thoughts on this tent. Do you like it? Would you use this tent yourself? Out of all this is what, my third Nightcat tent now. I do rate Nightcat a lot. I think they're a really decent budget level tent. They're nowhere near the likes of, I don't know, like your Hillebergs and stuff like that with £1,000 tents. But for people just getting into camping, or like you don't want to spend crazy amounts of money on camping, I don't think you can go wrong, really. So I've got the backpacking tent, which I love that because that's a freestanding tent, and you get so much space inside that tent. You can sit up in it perfectly well. It's the only thing with that one, the version of that tent I have, is its weight. It's not the lightest of tents. Then you've got the Lanshan 2, tons of space, proven design. It's been made for years by a few different companies. The only thing with that one is you have to take trekking poles with you, but if you already take trekking poles, it's a no-brainer, because then it makes the tent super light. And then this one, my tunnel tent, which I've wanted a tunnel tent for quite a long time. And when I was looking into buying a winter tent, I was looking at tunnel tents specifically. So good fortune, Nightcat agreed to send me out this one to test and review. Yeah, so thanks for watching, as always. I really do appreciate it. And keep an eye out for my next video, where I'll be camping in this up in the mountains, putting it through its paces a bit more. I've got a feeling this will probably be my tent of choice for the rest of this year, unless, of course, I do get another tent where you can never have enough tents. But I'm really impressed with this. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I really do appreciate it. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the tent. And actually, where do you think I should go camping in it next? See you again soon. Bye.